I signed up for DeleteMe, handed over my real information, uploaded my actual ID, which, yes, felt a little weird for a privacy service, and we'll get to that. And then I waited. Within 7 days, DeleteMe had removed 29 listings of my personal data from broker sites. My home address, my phone number, my relatives' names, just sitting out there for anyone who wanted them. Now, 29 of those listings are gone. Well, why is that number so much different than what I found on other data broker removal sites? That's the question nobody's answering in these reviews, and it's the one that actually matters before you spend $129 a year. Links in the description support the channel at no extra cost to you. Stick with me because the gap between what DeleteMe advertises and what it does on day one is worth understanding first. If you searched DeleteMe review, you probably already Googled yourself, found your home address on a site you've never heard of, and felt that specific unsettling feeling that comes from realizing a stranger can buy your phone number for $4. That's not paranoia, that's just how it works. The real question is whether paying for a removal service does anything, or whether you're just handing more personal data to yet another company promising to make it disappear. So I tested the only way that matters, with my own information. One thing that costs nothing. Before we go any further, freeze your credit at all 3 bureaus. Free, 15 minutes, blocks new accounts from opening in your name. It does nothing for the broker problem. Your address is still sitting on 300 sites, but do it today regardless. Setup took about 10 minutes. Name, addresses, phone numbers, cities you've lived in. I actually filmed myself doing it, but you don't have to do that. That's because I make review videos on this stuff. Some brokers require identity verification before they'll process an opt-out. Without it, a meaningful chunk of removals just can't happen. I get why it feels backwards. I uploaded it anyway, and I gave them LinkedIn access. That one, I'm still not sure why. The first report arrived within 7 days, as promised. 29 listings confirmed removed. But why is that number so low? Auras found me on hundreds of listings, and one of my testers saw over 500 removal requests using Incogni. Here's the thing about that cycle, and it's something I've noticed testing services like this in general. I've tested other removal services where the listings found number just keeps climbing every quarter forever, and look, glad you're making your dollars, but I'd argue it's more useful to know when nothing new turns up. If a service scans 300 sites this quarter and finds nothing, that's actually good news, and I want a service that's willing to tell me that instead of one that seems to need the number to keep going up to justify the subscription. DeleteMe site says they cover 976 data broker sites. That number is real and published, but not all 976 sites are handled automatically. Some fall under the custom requests category, meaning you have to manually flag them and ask DeleteMe to go after them specifically. The automated coverage, the stuff that happens without you lifting a finger, is a subset of that 976, and DeleteMe doesn't publish that exact split. Independent estimates put the automated force somewhere between 86 and 122 sites, depending on plan. So 976 is the ceiling, not the floor. Still meaningful, my 29 removals came entirely from the automated process, but the headline number includes sites you'd need to actively request. Worth knowing before you buy, since their own marketing doesn't make it obvious. The reporting is honest. Every quarter, a privacy report showing what was found, what was removed, what's pending. Not a flashy real-time dashboard, but it doesn't hide the failures. The support is real. Emails, chat, and a phone line that connects to an actual human, which in this category is not a given. Masked email addresses come with your subscription, so your real address doesn't land in a new database the moment you sign up for something. Phone masking is a paid add-on, and the track record is real. DeleteMe's been doing this since 2010. They claim over 100 million listings removed, a manufacturer claim, flagging it as such, but the longevity matters. This is a relationship business. You want a service that knows which brokers stall and how to escalate when they do. If I only gave you the good stuff, you shouldn't trust anything I say. There's no monthly billing, $129 a year upfront, $209 for 2 years, no month-to-month option to test the waters. There's a satisfaction guarantee mentioned on the pricing page, but the specific refund window isn't clearly published anywhere that I could find, which is a little ironic for a privacy company. The dashboard is functional, not transparent in real time. You get your quarterly report, and between reports, you're mostly trusting the process. If you like watching progress move, it can feel opaque. Neither changes my recommendation, but you deserve to know both. Get DeleteMe if you want the deepest standalone data removal coverage available. Get it especially if you're covering a family. The 2-person plan is $229 a year, the 4-person plan is $329 a year, and the per-person cost drops meaningfully. Broker exposure isn't individual. If your address is on a site, your spouse's is probably right next to it. I tested DeleteMe with my real information because that's the only way to actually know if something works. 29 listings removed in the first week. Quarterly rescans running automatically in the background, a real phone line I can call. The 976 site number is a ceiling, not a guarantee of automated coverage, but now you know that, which puts you ahead of most people making this decision. Is it perfect? No. I'd love a monthly billing, and I'd like a more transparent dashboard. But for dedicated data broker removal, it's the service I keep recommending. Links in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, and I genuinely appreciate it.